And hello! Hello! So, last we left off, we were, we had finished up our guild request stuff, the ones we had left off. The escort mission and the boss fight, not boss fight, but the monster, the one in Nebel Valley. This guy, Master Cryon, there we go. I couldn't remember the name for a second. And then after we did that, we came to Ravenue Village to find out more about the missing airliner, because apparently someone had saw the shadows of them. And we spoke to this kid here, who told us that he saw 2 shadows, not just 1, but 2. And he said he saw them flying north. And he's like, I'm not dreaming. They were real. So, he told us that, and now we need to head north. So I'm assuming they want us to go this way, like towards like the, what you call it? Well, if I can actually get on, there we go. I think they want us to go this way now. I'm gonna assume that we're supposed to head towards the abandoned mine? I mean, that would make the most sense to me. So... Oh. That's interesting. I didn't realize that the sign was broken. I didn't even look at the sign. I just saw, like, the sign on my map, and I was like, wait a second, there's supposed to be a sign over there? Oh boy, here we go. Look at this guy. Alright, I forget how, okay. Let's hit him, because, yeah, okay. I was sitting there like, do I have to use arts on him, or do I just attack him? I'm like, wait a second, what do I do? Alright, and then hit this one with the Bind Whip.
Oh, are you done already?
I will say I am a bit more cautious with what or at least I try to be a bit more cautious with how I attack some of these enemies. Because I've come to realize that there's quite a bit of enemies that, are very resistant to physical attacks, but are like super weak to like arts attacks. The trail stops here. The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine.
It kind of reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted.
It seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently.
Which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place.
You're probably not gonna find any clues searching around an old mine, that's for sure.
What's wrong, Estelle?
Maybe it's just me. But do you feel any air flowing out of here?
When you say out of here, do you mean the mine?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here.
Just like I thought, huh?
Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father.
My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine?
There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out.
Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off.
Hey! Don't you even think about doing that. For now, we better head back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key.
You're no fun, Chera.
Well, I mean, I was all for watching Estelle bust the lock off with her staff. I think that would have been interesting. But I mean, Shara's right. We could just go back to the village and be like, hey, do you have the key to the abandoned mine? And whether or not he does have that is a different question. I have no clue. I don't remember if he does have the key or not. He might. I just don't remember if he does. Wait, he's not here? Are you looking for my husband? Since it's this time of day, I'm sure he's... Oh, okay. I see.
So this is where you are, Elder Ryzen.
Oh, it's you young braces, is it?
Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it?
It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Boast region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities.
That's terrible.
There's no need for you to get somber too. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right?
Oh, right. There was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that...
Would you mind if we paid our respects as well?
I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer.
Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside.
After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out, just in case. So, would you mind lending us the key to the entrance?
The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Oh, right. Here it is. Okay, this should get you inside.
Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Ryzen.
This will really help a lot.
Don't mention it. We're always in debt to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor.
Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier.
We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything.
I would appreciate that.
Okay, so let's go back. It was this way, right? Yeah, okay. Ah, dang it! Correct! There we go. Get him with the 1-2!
Alright, we're good to go.
Let's use the key we borrowed from the village elder. Phew! That was one heavy gate.
Let's have a look inside, shall we?
I don't know about sky bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone, stay alert!
Alright. Oh! Okay. Oh look, it's all the crabs! Those crab guys from the other mine shaft. Alright, there's gotta be treasure in here. Hold up, what's in the other direction? Oh, god dang it. Get smacked! I got the perfect medicine to deal with these crabs. We have Estelle's giant stick! It'll crack open their shells easily. Or we could do like 80 or 30 damage, whatever that was. That was painful. Oh, okay. That, you know, why are these attacks doing so little damage? Joshua does a decent amount of damage. Then again, I guess that's because we did get Joshua the really, really good weapon. I mean, Bind Whip did some good damage. Oh no, come on! Just my luck. Oh, damn, Stone Impact! God damn! Stone Impact said, fuck your life! Fuck your life! I am Stone Impact! Wait, did he just summon another one? Bruh. That's just rude. Oh wow, they're really weak to like the elements. You know, I could probably, well, not right this second, but like, I could have probably been like, I could have probably like given her and Shara the accessory to change their elements of like their normal attack. And that might actually make it so that they do more damage.
Oh, are we done already?
I mean, it could work. Is it worth it? That's a different story. Prevents blind, prevents poison. Let's see. I can give her the topaz one. And I can give her the wind one. I mean, it might work against these enemies. I don't know. What, is there no treasure? Give me treasure! Where's all the treasure? What the? So rude. They just made me go in a circle. Only to tell me that there's no treasure. Where's all the treasure chests? You'd think an abandoned mineshaft would have a bunch of treasure chests lying around. I'm just saying. Alright, stop attacking her. Okay, let's see how much damage she does now. Holy! That's a huge increase in damage. Like, she went from dealing 30 to like 140. Oh my god! 200. What the? Okay, so like, that's the benefit of those accessories. So I mean, I said before, like, changing your
Let's move out.
attack element would be like the downside to it is that when you're up against something that's resistant to it, you're gonna do, like, fuck all for damage, right? But, like, also, as you can see, when you're up against something that, like, is weak to the elements, you start doing a fuck ton of damage. Like, it's a huge game changer. It's one of those things where, like, it's situational. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. This is one of the times when it's good. Now, I mean, I'm gonna assume that there's a boss at some point, and he might not actually be weak to the elements. But I mean, for now, this is good stuff. I mean, look at this damage! Oh, she petrified him. Good shot. Good shot! Bro, there is too many enemies now. What is going on here? Stop it! That's enough enemies! Do 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 do. Kaboom! God damn, that deals so much damage now. I love it. I'm gonna whack this guy. Yeah, he's still petrified. It's fine. Let's get rid of him. Do 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 do. Oh, you missed! How you gonna miss? Come on, man! Do 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 do. This is why I love the fucking Sky games. The music in these games just so good, so good.
Man, it's bright in here. And I'm not just talking about myself. I mean, I know my name's Estelle Bright, but like, it's bright in here. Huh. Isn't that the...
Quiet, Estelle.
It looks like we hit the jackpot.
Hey, look! It's the Capwaz. And I think that's the missing airliner.
Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. And hurry it up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place.
Got it, Kyle! Roger that, Kyle! Okay, Kyle! Understood, Kyle!
What's an airliner doing in a place like this? I guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all.
This looks like an area that used to be used for strip mining. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size.
Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Look at that! Aren't they loading the airline cargo into their own ship?
Let's worry about that later. We gotta figure out a way to bag these guys before they get away again.
So, this is our third trip, huh? Man, Don can be a real slave driver sometimes. No, well, once this is all taken care of, we'll be able to sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom.
Hold it right there!
Who in the...
The scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. I always wanted to say that. The League of Extraordinary Bracers has arrived! Huh?
The League of... what?
You bonehead! Why do you always get carried away like that?
What's with you two? Now I look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone.
You're the one who Josette had a running back in roulette. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early.
It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early? What the heck are you talking about?
In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes, you'll come along quietly.
Now hold on just a minute. Now you try to tell me only the three of you came here to arrest us?
You see anyone else, Bandit Boy?
So you're not involved with the others then, huh? Then that simplifies things. Let's get 'em, boys!
I mean, they're not weak to the elements. Oh, actually, he is. Go figure! Go figure! That means we get to do more damage to him. I'm about it. Yeah, that's right. You walk into that circle, Bandit Boy. Yeah, keep walking into the circles. Jesus. Damn, that sucks. Do do do. Ba-da-da-do. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. I smack him. 120, not bad. For a regular smack, not bad at all.
That was easy!
Let's move out.
Now, you guys are tougher than I thought.
Well, I mean, did you expect us to be weak? Come on now.
It's no wonder Josette got beat by you three.
I mean, listen. What did you expect?
Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go.
Yeah, let him go! Let him go!
You really don't know anything, do you? What was that you call yourselves? League of Exceptionally Dim or something like that?
Damn, he really just being a dick now. I see.
You making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead.
She's like, I had enough of your shit. Look out! Well, he made his getaway.
What is this?
You've got to be kidding me! Another smokescreen!
It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, bracers!
worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it was a typical smoke canister.
The ship is already out of sight! This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now that they've gotten away.
I mean, you know... They're pretty good at doing that.
If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense.
Oh, Shara! Quit acting like it was all your fault.
We're responsible for letting them get away too. If we got time to kick ourselves over this, then there's gotta be some other constructive things we can do.
Well, you sound like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside.
Right.
Is there any treasure in this area? No treasure. Alright, let's go inside.
Wow, it's pretty bare in here. There's not a piece of cargo left.
Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things.
At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place.
Question is Cassius actually aboard this airliner?
I wonder what this is.
It's an orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy has completely stopped.
It looks like they left some food here.
Looks like this is the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here.
Don't even think about it.
Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone.
Oh, now I'm on the deck? Okay, where's all the passengers? Nobody here.
It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place.
You know, that should have been Estelle's catchphrase. Like when she enters a room.
It's bright in here!
Such a bad catchphrase, but you know, it would have been funny. At least, like, maybe the first few times. Ah!
We checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside.
There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandits airship. And then to wherever their hideout is.
Agreed. But this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to zero.
Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hid the airliner in a place like this?
Huh?
As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in this ship has completely stopped. Which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in orbit gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout?
Yeah, it does seem a little odd, doesn't it? It does seem a little odd.
Wait. Oh!
That does seem a little odd that they didn't.
I'm like sitting here trying to read it properly, and I'm like, I couldn't. The last bit of the sentence just didn't make sense to me. I was like, that. Why is there that's everywhere? What?
So, why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to...
Sort the cargo, move the hostages aboard their own aircraft, steal the orbital engine, keep clear of the Royal Army's search party, ditch the Lin because their hideout is somewhere weird. Actually, that sounds about right. Like, it could be... Well, I kind of know where their hideout is, but it could be they can't fit the airliner in their hideout, and so if they brought it to the hideout, they would have had to like leave it outside, and that would have gave it away and stuff like that. I don't think it's to keep clear of the Royal Army search party, because I mean, if they took it, the Royal Army search party doesn't even know where their hideout is. I mean, it's kind of in part in that though, but like, because like I said before, if they brought it to their hideout and they can't fit it, then they have to leave it outside, which gives away their hideout, right? But like, that's more has to do with their hideout. So I think this one, I'm pretty sure this was the right one anyway, but logically speaking, I think that would be the reason why.
Yes, that's exactly right. From my guess, I would imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 arg in size. In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft, like the Sky Bandit's airship, could land.
Interesting.
How about terrain covered with extreme differences in heights? Like mountains and ravines. That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandit's hideout. I pretty much know where the hideout is. I said it. I don't think I said it in the last episode, but I think I said it in the episode before. Yeah. I either I said it or I showed it. I don't remember. That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandit's hideout.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot.
Then, what can we do?
Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share conclusions with the army and ask for their cooperation. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships.
What? Now you're trying to tell us that we should go crawling back to the army and ask them for help?
Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound.
I guess you're right. This isn't the time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me.
For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to LeBron, whatever. We should be able to contact the Haken Gate if we use the orbital telephone.
Alright. So, we need to head back to Bose. Go down the steps. Thank you.
Huh? What the heck?
Great. Now this is something I did not expect.
I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group! Put your hands in the air! All of you! What is this world coming to? A woman and 2 kids are the Sky Bandits? Though the girl does look shifty.
Hey, now that's just rude. Who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see the shiny emblem on my chest?
The bracer emblem, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. Oh, come on now, man.
General Morgan!
Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated. so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits?
Might I get you to stop with the accusation, General? We happen to find the place one step ahead of your men.
If that's not the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming.
Wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crap?
My thoughts exactly! Alright, men, take them into custody! Custody.
Custody! Oh my god. I did not say that. Y'all did not hear that. The General will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you'll be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels.
Wow. What jerks.
This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say.
If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible.
Huh? Why not?
You remember what the Sky Bandits leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, "This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early," if I remember correctly.
Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant
Why can't I read correctly today?
You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you?
I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that
the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army. Or a collaborator who is leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua?
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught. Which means we're the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them.
But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix?
Huh? Did you say something, Joshua?
No, I didn't say anything.
It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone.
Could this unfounded self-confidence
and tone of absurd narcissism belong to...
It's you, isn't it, Oliver? You do remember my dulcet chords. To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we are bound by destiny.
Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose.
And now you're locked up in a place like this. What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak.
I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off.
What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing.
So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done. And I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me.
Didn't you listen to me? We don't want to hear about it.
It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Beauce Market, and then moved on to Aunt Rose's restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano, to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, so I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant.
How great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist?
Ha! A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira.
I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Oliver. Yet, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail.
Oh, well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I had the chef prepare. But the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough.
The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. I mean, they took my nice big shiny pole, so I kinda can't reach you right now, but like, I kinda want to hit you. But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better.
Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the royal city. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself.
Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here?
From what I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira.
That's a lot of money! 500,000 Mira? For just one bottle?
That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Oliver?
Ha! Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle.
I don't think I can listen to this any longer.
Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity.
I'm completely dumbfounded! And the sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filling in. And well, one thing led to another, and...
I mean... Yeah, you literally drank his vintage wine that he bought for like 500,000. Like... Yeah?
I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together, as you sympathize with my dilemma.
Okay.
Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard a Z. I heard a Z and Z, and even an absurdly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening?
It even plays the fucking sleeping music. That's fucking hilarious. Hey! You three! Get up!
Man, I'm tired.
What's wrong?
What are you trying to tell us? We're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early, even for me.
No, it's just the opposite. You're being released.
Huh? Why all of a sudden?
Is there a reason for this?
Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason. Maybell!
Well, what an unusual place to be meeting you.
I'm really sorry about about everything that's happened to you. But don't worry, your names have been cleared.
I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You better remember to thank her.
So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf?
No, that's not exactly it.
I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation?
Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yeah, that's right. This is Estelle Bright. And I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena.
Huh? You know my mother?
Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Rolent. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby.
Now, wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but...
I don't know Cassius Bright, the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist.
Strategist? Dad?
I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me.
What's wrong with him?
It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring.
I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe.
However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army. From the vexation of being left behind one of the most promising men.
I get the same impression.
So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of Dad? That dirty, rotten scoundrel!
How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you.
Oh, sure.
Is something the matter?
I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something.
Now that you mention it.
What could it be? Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable. How pitiable and pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory.
Is he still here?
Yeah, I completely forgot about him.
I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you.
Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought?
Ha! Indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intention the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render.
You're quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release.
Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself?
I think that may be asking a bit much.
If the restaurant takes this to trial, there's going to at least be a lawsuit.
Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me.
Huh?
And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on.
Wait!
She's the one who had him put in jail!
Oh, I forgot about this. That's fucking hilarious. Oliver, you fucked up, man.
Oh, that's too good. That is too good.
That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter.
I can't believe you were released!
It's like a stroke of bad luck. Please, lay on the compliments so thick. Oh, don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such fine wine without paying a single mira. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that?
I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there.
I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit.
Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin.
Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us.
But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine?
Huh?
Well, that does sound interesting. Can I ask you to join these braces in their work?
Ha! Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring.
Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? Come on now, why are you lumping us with him?
Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work, or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic. But of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group.
That's the kind of line that gets me really worried, you know?
But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower.
Well, alright then. We'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Of course, I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please, be reassured.
Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know that you won't let me down.
I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you.
Tell us?
Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened?
Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and oboe factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences.
What?
So, was this the work of the Sky Bandits?
It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation.
I see. Guess we better do an investigation of our own then.
Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses.
Hey, good stuff.
I have a feeling that the army is going to get in our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens.
Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits.
Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block?
Look, buddy, who made you king of the show?
Hey, now we have Oliver joining the party. Woo! Okay, so Oliver is actually good with magic, from what I remember. I actually remember people saying that he's probably one of the best magic users in the game. it mostly has to do with like his orbment, if I remember correctly. Like, where is it? So, okay, hold on. So he has like Mirage Quartz setups, and then everything else is like all quartz. I forget what this slot is supposed to be. It might also be Mirage, but like, it's useful for him because then you can set him up with you can put EP1 or Mind, or you can put like EP Quartz or Mind Quartz, and it doesn't harm his setup as a mage. Whereas like there's another character we get later on who they're good with arts, but like they don't have like a mirage, like the Mirage setup. I think they have like a blue slot or whatever. So it makes it harder for you to set up like a good it makes it harder to set up like a good arts good quartz setup for them that like revolves around arts. But they are really good with arts as well. It's better with him, and I think his stats were higher. So I'll redo his quartz setup in a little bit. Let's report.
We received payment from Mayor Maybell for your investigative efforts thus far.
Hey! Nice.
Keep up the good work and be careful out there.
Thanks! Alright. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, you guys. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next episode. Do the thing where you press the like button, you comment, subscribe, do all those things, you know. Have yourselves a good one. Take care. Bye!